I'm giving AI $500 and 7 days to trade meme coins. Let's see how much money I can make. So I found this platform, Solaya, where they have bots that trade, find trends, and hopefully make you money. Now I have this bot deployer and it's super simple. You choose the pair that you want to trade, deposit some Sol and the token, hit create bot, and then you're good to go. Now, a little caveat here, you do need to have their token to access the platform. So 100K tokens will get you 1 week worth of access. So I got to do that first. And it cost me around 0.3 Sol, so around 40 bucks. So I'm not counting that in the initial startup cost. Now they have this trending section where basically people have created some pairs, which means that you can copy some of the pairs that are doing well. But overall, if you have some volatility and volume, it means that the bot can work, because if it's just a straight up or straight down, it's not going to work as good as if it's chopping up and down. It can find those patterns, find those movements, and then hopefully scalp in between. Now, the reason that you need the Solana and the token itself is it means that it doesn't matter where you start, as long as it goes up and down, it can swap out between the pairs. If you just start in with just the Solana or just the token itself, then it's only got one way to kind of move. So if you have the token and you've actually top ticked, you're never actually going to make any money because it can't catch any of the wicks up and down. Now, the challenge was simple: take $500 and then see how much I can make after 7 days of letting the bot do some trading. Now, to ensure that I have the max chance of returning, I'm actually going to do it between 2 different coins. So the bots should be able to find some good trades in between them. So $250 per pair traded. So ideally, I want more Sol and tokens after that. So now that I've hit deploy, here is what happened.
1 week later.
So looking at the P&L dashboard on Solaya, on my Trump play, it says that I'm up 26.67%, but saying that the token is up 69%. But that kind of makes sense, because if the token's gone up, you're still holding spot Solana that you're using to trade. But overall, we're up, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. We got the current starting value at 1.56 Sol and the current value at 0.98 Sol, so up 0.4 Sol. So that's kind of how we're at with Trump. And to get into the weeds, I deposited 10.9 tokens and now I've got 11.38. I deposited 0.99 Sol and I've got 0.96 left. So that's basically where my gain has come in. I'm up on the tokens and the Sol's pretty flat. Now on Sigma, we are down 6%, but the token is down 17%. And to show you what I mean, this is the Sigma chart, the bottom of the candle there, down to where we're at now. It's down, it's saying it's down around 16%, but obviously this is a 1 day candle, so it can be anywhere in between. So this down 17% is active, but we've only lost 6% of value, because yes, we are holding the Sol, but it's also trading in between. So the starting value is 1.97, the current value is 1.85, so it is a loss of 0.13. And to dive in on this, I deposited 10,000 tokens, now I've got 13,000, and I deposited 0.98 Sol and I've got 0.78 Sol, so it's down 0.2 Sol. So that means that when I gave the AI $500 to trade with, what it's done is actually made me 0.3 Sol, which, looking at the price right now, is around $40. So here are the trades. This is on a 30-minute candle. So having a look here, it's kind of buying and selling quite fast, and it does look like it is ticking some of them. So like the buys and sells on these wicks, like you can see this one right here, doesn't actually look too bad with the buy and sell that it did there. Obviously we're not using huge, massive bags, but there was a gain there. Over here, you can see the buy here, this sell here, and that move in itself was around a 15% move, so you can see the move that it did there. And then having a look at the individual buys and sells here, you need to do some math to kind of work out and see what works on each individual trade, but that's just a little bit above my pay grade with my smooth brain. So yeah, overall, when I thought about this, I kind of want to put in 500 bucks and get out like 2 grand or lose it all. I didn't want this in between. Overall, I think it did quite well. It's hedged the downside risk, but it's also minimized some of the upside. I think not over a 1 week play, but over a month-long play, 2-month play, if you have a diversified portfolio, you could actually do well. And it doesn't need to be meme coins. It can actually be utility coins, things that are doing quite well. I think this is actually an interesting approach. It's not something that I would employ predominantly. Now, some of the other things this AI bot has involved in it is the ability to put in the tokens and then act as a one-sided money maker, so it can then time the outs for you. So if the coin is on a rip up or a rip down, on those rebounds, it can kind of sell out for you, so you can then end up maximizing the account. So you just don't one clip nuke the chart, so you've got that built in. But overall, I think a collective gain of around that 9% over a week isn't too bad, seeing that I had 2 different coins and it was going back and forth, and then that's where we're at. So if you want to give Solaya a go, down below, I think it's a bit more strategic, it's a bit more sophisticated in what a trading thing is. If you're new and you're just trying to make some money, I don't know if this is the best option for you. Not financial advice, do your own research because it is very risky. So yeah, that is a look at what happened when I gave AI 500 bucks. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, go down there, drop some love. I'd very much appreciate it. I had a pleasure making this video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.